Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here live on the stream. We have a few more matches to go here today for Group D. It is time for yet another one. It's going to be Redbyte versus 4GRANTED here live on the stream for the Call of Duty 4 Masters, made possible by Adroits. You're watching Chaos TV, made possible by Media. My name is A-Spec here live on the tree, and no, I do not glitch in trees. Joining me here on the stream is none other than Menace. Menace, how are you doing this evening?
I'm very good. I myself am also not glitching in trees, so we should be good for this matchup.
Apparently there's pictures on the internet of me glitching in trees.
There's one or two floating around here and there.
Yeah, it didn't take very long for those to come around. That was apparently people that are sitting at home are just like, yo, as soon as I see something funny, I'm just going to slam my face onto its print screen key and get that hizzle out. Apparently. You didn't even get me a GIF. What's this? I'm just no GIFs? Terrible.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Internet. Sort it out.
What is this? Yeah, exactly. Even Menace. See, I know what Menace looks like. I know many of you probably have no idea what Menace looks like because he's just a voice, an ethereal voice somewhere out there. But I know what he looks like, and he's South African. Oh, and he deserves to have pictures out on the internet as well because he's like famous. You know?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
Calm down. My pictures stay where they are.
On the internet. Let's go into the game. Let's go live. Let's dive right off the deep end. Redbyte versus 4GRANTED. First time we see 4GRANTED in this tournament. Redbyte in the meantime will have Danny, Deco, Reyes, Sander, Robbie, and the infamous Bartje, or Bartez as he also is known. 4GRANTED with Rebirth, Mdara, Oxy, Switch. Is that Switcher? No, that can't be Switcher. And Joey. Menace?
I just want to point out, guys, remember, hey, now, like in a football match, you know when a player gets a yellow card, seem to be CI a little bit, when a player gets a yellow card, right, you know, they play a little bit less aggressively and they sit back a little bit more and they play more reserved. Now, we might see that play coming out from Bartjes, as he has actually got an official warning, so expect to see a little bit slower play from him today.
I'm quickly going to check the roster at the same time because these players tend to be extremely annoying and not putting up their proper names. Rebirth, yeah, it is Switcher, in fact. Wow. Switcher, he's been on my sofa before.
And is it Sander or is it actually Fatal?
You're meaning Redbyte, right?
Yes. Let's just make sure on that one as well.
Yeah, that's it's Fatal.
Ah, so I was wrong. I apologize.
Ironically as well, KTM at this point, apparently Vado, Destone, Rain, Dairuz, and Sulu. I'm actually expecting a whole lot more from them to come out. In the meantime, though, for those people out at home, if you want to get your messages onto the stream, just get yourself on towards Twitter. Just use the hashtag #COD4Masters, and you will find yourself on the stream within no time flat. Of course, if there's any naughty stuff in there, then we will quickly filter that out as Redbyte get themselves a lightning round out of that one.
Now, a lot of people saying Medora is the man to watch out for on the 4GRANTED side. I just want to note that he is the only player on this map, in this game that has a scope. Robbie has decided to drop the scope for the AK.
Well, what side is Medora on? He's on the
4GRANTED side.
Yeah, he's on the defensive side as well.
Yes.
You generally expect... Yeah, that's pretty much what you expect for defense. If you would run scope, it would be on the defensive side here on Backlot, because offensive is not all that effective at all with that scope.
And of course, as we may have mentioned one or two times before, Backlot is made of paper. Everything is bangable, and you can shoot
everything
just about
everything. Bangable.
Hey, coming from the casting couch guy? No.
Don't Google that. Continue.
So yeah, a lot of players will, or a lot of teams will prefer to take AKs all round to get that firepower, to get that spray power out. And of course, we'll be seeing that come out from the Redbyte guys as they are running one more AK more than they usually would. Roy is laying down after getting a kill, making sure that he doesn't give away his position too quickly. Ooh, accidentally jumps, exposing himself to the deagle towards that A side. Robbie's going to meet up with his teammate, grab that bomb, make his way back to B. 4GRANTED currently sitting one man down. And are they going to have to rotate very quickly to try and stop the speed plants?
Rebirth all by himself with the SMG in pull, because he's going to have to cross all the way across the side, getting himself the plant in. 40 seconds remaining. Danny Deco himself will have a difficult time. Will have an easy time on the defense here. It's going to be all up towards Rebirth. SMGing it up. This cross is going to be incredibly difficult. On the first team, they know where he is now. Calling it off. Holding it steady. Deagle steady to go. Oh, how is he missing these shots as well? Rebirth, what are you doing? Fight again, come on! What is this, Rebirth? Finally getting shielded by Robbie. What?
I should also add, besides the warning, Botches has also nearly broken his finger. They were playing with a skippy ball before this match, and he tried to hit the ball and hit his knee instead. So he said his clicking finger is extremely sore.
His clicking finger is extremely sore. Now that right there is an excuse and a half.
So if we see him moving his mouse but not shooting, we know what's up.
His clicky finger is sore. That will be his excuse for today. And if Redbyte continues towards the next stage in the competition, then, well, his clicky finger will, in fact, be sore.
Now Botch is taking up this roof of mid-building spot, and this is such a good positional advantage if he doesn't get shut down, but he was spotted. Rebirth taking out Botch and Danny, both with headshots. Coming up big for his team to put the alive tally on 3 for each of the teams. Roy is now probably going to have to look to pick up that bomb as it is down. Robbie taking out Switcher. Of course, we can see Robbie now there with that AK. Playing that instead of the scope. And at the moment, it's one for each, one player for the 4GRANTED side on each bomb site. Joe, taking out Ander. Robbie's going to get the frag onto Rebirth. That's going to signal them that it's going to be okay to plant at that A side. Last man standing is Joe. He won't be able to stop that bomb plant. Is spraying through the fence to do something. With Bonche and Rob still alive, his chances are very slim. Does get shut down by Robbie, and it's going to take it to 3-1, putting them 2 rounds in the lead now.
2 rounds in the lead for Redbyte.nl. Their lineup definitely a very strong one versus the 4GRANTED. According to one of the guys, Sean himself, the organizer for the LAN, he thought, you know, you guys, you could go for 4GRANTED versus, I believe, was Elysium they're playing right now, or are they playing KTM? I think it's Elysium. I'm not completely sure, but... Wait, sorry? Oh, they're playing WinFact right now. So we said by ourselves, you know, we could do that one, but we could also watch a piece of land getting plowed into submission. So we decided to go for Redbyte and 4GRANTED instead, because we'll see more. Look, you can say whatever you want. WinFact are going to go towards the bracket stages of the tournament, and most likely KTM will. Well, not so much KTM. It's one of the other teams, actually, that I am sad to say that we haven't done any spectating on, because I really do like those players in that lineup of KTM. Bit of a shame we haven't done more coverage of them. They are still going to be playing later on, I believe. Yeah, in the next one, I believe. KTM versus Redbyte will probably be the next one, and we'll finish it off with WinFact versus Redbyte in this series. But I'm especially looking forward to KTM playing on the series. They are currently 3rd right now, winning 1 matches and losing 1 as well with 3 points. Redbyte and WinFact being 1st in the group. So at Redbyte right now, if they pick this one up, they will be on 9 points in total. The pressure will be on KTM. Really a team that I think, looking at their lineup, should definitely do very, very well. We'll have to see. It's 3-2.
Now, it should and actually do is 2 different things, as we might see coming out.
Yeah,
Robbie,
you could always say that about teams, because
yeah,
we had
true.
a whole bunch.
But you could say that for everything, really.
Yeah, it's like it's like, all right, it's like having sex for the very first time. You're like, yes, I'm gonna do this, but then it ends up to being awkward and nobody's gonna enjoy it. Well, ish. So yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't think you could have compared it to anything better there. I'm gonna be honest.
What do you mean?
You know, comparing gameplay at LAN to sex for the first time.
Well, it's kind of like that. I just did. Yeah. So deal with it.
Pretty sure no one's going to be complaining. Now, Robbie here with the top A spawn site to try and get some cover for his team. We still have Switcher on the bomb site or on lower basement.
I like this. Menace, why do you agree? You have no idea what he's talking about.
Sean, that's hurtful. Oh, dear. Everyone's attacking me lately. I've had Osbert on my case, and I've got Sean's on my case.
What actually happened to that thread, by the way? I was really curious.
It was deleted as Osbot asked him to delete it because it was supposedly hurting him.
It was getting out of hand. Nobody wanted to. He didn't want to be under flak anymore.
So basically, he threw it all out there, and then couldn't take what he got for it.
Oh dear. Oh, that thread was epic, by the way. I do have to say, as well. Is the podcast? Does that still exist?
That still exists. As he's got nothing
it
to do with
probably
that.
should be reposted. Those people that know what I'm talking about. There's a podcast out there where a certain commentator kind of explodes into towards a bout of rage. It's kind of interesting. I'm sure you can find it. But in the meantime, though, the score is now 3-3. Let's focus on the game, because 4GRANTED are slowly but steadily inching back into the game.
Yes, we will see them getting back to a 3-on-3. And with this, we hopefully will see Redbyte changing up the gameplay, at least being a little bit more aggressive. It seems that they're going to go towards a B push. They have got Danny all the way up into ruins. Sanders taking out Switcher. Oh, actually, it is fatal, as I have been informed now. And Danny now with this Deagle, trying to get some cover all the way across the map. But I mean, there's not an opportune position to be with a Deagle. He could move across. Barshay could move up a bit. They really are just sitting down at the moment, just a little bit too much. They are not moving when they really have the chance. Oxy picking off Royers on towards that mid area. Botch is slowly making his way towards this 10 area. With only 50 seconds left on the clock, it means that they wasted 45 seconds getting to the point that they are now.
Madara
really
quickly getting shut down. Yeah, pretty much
Finally
there.
Robbie in this mid-house has actually spotted a player. Top 8 does take him up. There's 1 on 10 he's got to be very careful for. He's going to fall down and oh, he's going to need to make his way out of there. As of course, there's still the 1 top A. They would have had loads of trouble from everywhere. Danny's all the way at their spawn site, does not have bomb, can't do too much. Joey's going to peek out. Rebirth's going to get the Deagle onto Robbie, and they quickly Redbyte fall in those last couple of seconds. I
really did not expect that to happen. In all honesty, if you want my personal opinion, I did not expect 4GRANTED to perform like they have so far. Sure, Rebirth and Madara are 2 players, but Switcher? Really? No offense.
Yeah, no, completely agree. I don't know about you, but I am experiencing quite a bit of lag.
Yeah, I had some as well, but on my side it has been completely and utterly returned. Madara and Switcher both getting themselves a frag there, but on the Redbyte side, we only have the one and only Rabe and Barch is standing, taking 2 down. Joey, 4GRANTED standing by. I'm just quickly going to figure out where the bomb is. Actually, 4GRANTED, Madara running that R700, looking over towards site, knowing that somebody may go for the plan. There's Bart. No trees here to glitch through. Trying to make himself towards the stairs. Who is going to be there? It's actually Switcher, just outside. The setup here, moving in slowly. Unleashing Fury, not going to be shut down by Rabbi. It's a 1v2. Joey will be the last man standing. AK-47, ready to rock and roll through mid. Picks himself up the first on Rabbi. The potential is here. He needs a second one on towards Barcha. Barcha gets himself the plant. Can just sit back. Just needing to wait for Roby to make his first attack. Gets spawned through the wall. Gets himself the frag. Did not see that one coming. It's 3-5.
Really is unfortunate that they lost that 1 versus 2. But I mean, Redbyte's gameplay is just so slow. I don't know what happened to them compared to what we saw them on Crash with this, you know, fast A pushes and aggressive defenses. And they come onto backlot and they're just so slow out the blocks and just so slow to do anything. We see Robbie with an SMG, might be rushing front A. Will he be able to get past those nades? No, he won't. And again, they're stuck waiting to get into there. Danny's now actually pushing in with Robbie. Both of them stacking this lower A side. Trying to work together to nail this frag. Rebirth in there does shut down Danny, and they've been halted in their tracks. Switcher taking out Robbie. Both the SMGs down now for Redbyte. And it's not looking good for Redbyte all over again.
No, not at all. What is going on with their team? They came in as such a strong lineup. They have been at many E-Series throughout the history of the tournament. But then again, so has the 4GRANTED lineup. Although the 4GRANTED lineup has the dubious distinction of placing last in every single tournament they've been attending in this very building. The Redbyte team became 2nd and 3rd consistently throughout the E-Series, and now all of a sudden 4GRANTED are playing very well. I'm actually looking at the stats here. Switcher 23-9. Yeah, 23 points, 4-9. So pretty much predictable in its play.
Also, just throw this one out there.
The Redbyte lineup. Apparently, which one was that? Number 3 or number 2? All right, yeah, game limited. When Redbyte were still game limited, they managed to win themselves the first their first tournament at E-Series. However, 4GRANTED, like I said, has always managed to get last place. Even one time they did not play, they did not get enough points in one round, and they actually demanded a refund of the entire tournament, which was rather interesting. Switcher will be last man standing here, SMGing it up.
Explosives planted.
And now all of a sudden we should have Redbyte being able to finally pick themselves up a round. It has been 3 rounds that they have managed to do so.
Nah, I just want to throw this one out there, but it actually seems that Robbie has picked up scope, and this should give a little bit more hope for the Redbyte side, as everyone says. Yeah, just get Robbie on scope and it's all good. So he has it now. Let's see if it does pay off. 18 seconds left. Robbie's the last one defending this bomb site. Switch has no idea where Robbie could be. Robbie has nestled himself in very well. Peeks up before the bomb goes or starts being defused. I'll bring it back to 4-6 as Redbyte claimed their first round in quite a few.
4-6, 10 rounds played in the first half. 2 more remaining. Let's see whether or not they can get there. If they pick up the next 2, then they should be in a decent position. What do you think about these 2 teams, in all honesty? 4GRANTED, the former Game Limited team, Redbyte.nl. Sure. Who is at a distinct disadvantage here? The attacking or the defending side?
You know, I always say it's the defensive side because Backlot really allows the attacking team to put down the aggression and put down the gameplay. You know, the pace of the map, or the rounds even. And here we see Redbyte really rushing in. They're catching 4GRANTED off for guard. You know, they set a pace there, and 4GRANTED couldn't keep up. They win that round easily, and that's how it should be. Attack should be the easier side, in my opinion, on this map. And it just doesn't seem to be going that way at the moment for the Redbyte side, and 4GRANTED are just playing superbly at the moment.
Robbie will run out with the R700 on the offensive side. Let's see if he can do anything. Madara, has he switched yet? No, he hasn't. Well, let's see. What is he running? Is he switched over to AK? Yes, he has. Going towards AK says, well, Sander gets himself a double. Bart gets himself a double as well. It's just going to be Joey all by himself, with Danny Deco getting himself the plant as well. Just Joey remaining. Can he clutch this out? It's possible, but very difficult because the bomb has been planted. 1, 2, 3, trying to open up on towards the side building. Deagling everywhere, not hitting anything at all. Tagging up Danny Deco. It's not going to be enough. The score for the first half is going to be a very, very, very boring 6-6.
Nah, sort of. Yeah, I mean, that last round was just, again, so quick. I mean, they really set the pace of that round, and again, 4GRANTED couldn't keep up. They got the bomb down with before the 1-minute mark, won that round easily, and of course go to the half 6-6. But unfortunately, they didn't try that from the start, and the team really not adapting to 4GRANTED situation. And
no,
we'll see them at 6-6.
It's now, yeah. We're in the second half. And once again, for those people that are sitting at home, you want to win yourself some fabulous prizes. We got ourselves a mouse, and we got ourselves a keyboard that we're giving away this whole weekend. Go to chaostv.nl/follow, sign up, like the Facebook page, and right if you do that, you sign yourself up automatically for a sexy, sexy possibility to win yourself a prize. So that right there is pretty much what you want to do. And now we've seen the sides being changed. It's just Oxy remaining, and all of a sudden we see Redbyte just taking the steamroller and plowing it straight into towards 4GRANTED's face.
No, I also want to say, I mean, Danny had pushed all the way up on B side, all the way around to Link. I mean, he literally covered half the map on his own. And it looks like Redbyte feel a lot more confident to, well, attack on the defending side.
He's doing it again.
It seems that it really pushes 4GRANTED back, not really allowing 4GRANTED to get out of their own spawn, and they all seem pretty much stuck in mid. Roy is getting a quick little frag there onto Oxy. Sander taking out Joe Heath. Roy is with the second one of the round. There's a third one they're waiting from at Radhole. If he can look down, will he get it? No. And Switcher's not really moving around, giving away his position. He's just stuck at Radhole, and I think he's giving his time to do some, giving his team some time to do some strats. Does land the first one on the Robbie.
He's all by himself, mate.
Yeah, I'm saying no, it gives his team, you know, the rest of his team some time
to talk about a little bit of strategy, not for using that timeout, right? Still, it's time for round number 14. We finally see one of the teams getting away. In the first bit, we actually saw 4GRANTED picking up the first 2 rounds and then managing to lose the next 5. And all of a sudden, we saw them come back in the end all the way 6-6. So it's really going back and forth in the first half. But now we're seeing Redbyte.nl really starting to push forward. Taking down Rebirth and Switcher out of the equation. Oxy goes down, Joey goes down. Madara will be the last one standing as Butcher just rips through the entire lineup. Madara will drop, and that right there is going to make it 6-9. One more point, and the psychological barrier will be broken.
Definitely. I mean, Redbyte really showing themselves through on the defending side. And I just still find it so weird that they're being so much more aggressive on defense than what they are on attack. And 4GRANTED just being stopped by all those nades coming in from Redbyte. They really can't get themselves into a position to actually challenge the Redbyte guys. And we'll see 2 people here from 4GRANTED. It is Switcher trying to push up there. It does get taken up by a nade. Robbie's going to flank back to try and get some cover out. Having a little overlook here at the map, we see pretty much 4GRANTED are just stuck at spawn. They've got like 3 players towards that MG site and they just can't do much. Danny with a frag onto Madara. And he might have a second one on his way here. Does put one on the bin. Starts spraying through that wall. Oh, Box is going to come in to take the one. Finish off Oxy. Last man standing is Joe. He's got pretty much all of them all around him. Got you to shut him down. And we are yet to see 4GRANTED take around on the attack.
No, they've just managed to lose 4 in a row on their attacking side. The Redbyte team have pretty much been actively locking them in every single opportunity they've been having. I'm quickly going to look at how many matches the 4GRANTED team has played so far. They have played 2, but they only won 1 of those. Quickly going to check which one it was. It was actually versus KTM. Wow. They actually won versus KTM 6-13 on Crash. That right there is something I find surprising.
I just find it so weird that these guys are struggling to even string together 1 round on the attacking side. It seems we're going to need, or I need to at least reevaluate how I look at backlot. Because, you know, offensive on defense really seems to be working for both of these teams.
Oh, absolutely. You're right about that, because the balance seems to be somewhat even. I'm really curious how it's being played, because we really haven't seen one of the real top teams playing against one another at LAN in a while. Not since Outpost on Fire, I think. No, it was even before that, if I'm not completely mistaken. And I wonder if the metagame has switched when it comes to backlot.
We'll have to wait and see if one of those maps do get played out on the playoffs. We'll see 4GRANTED pick up their first round here on the attacking side. Still 3 rounds difference, so 4GRANTED still have a long way to go to reclaim themselves in this match.
Oh, apparently Deathstone and Vado aren't playing with KTM right now. That is annoying. WinFact versus Annexus. Oh, well, I was kind of referring to Fnatic myself, to be quite honest.
Not that they're around at the moment.
No, well, on paper, they're still one of the best teams in Europe. They just haven't played for months.
Oh, man, Xander, what are you doing? Double SMG, bottom mid house, and then pulls out the Deagle for the hat trick. And that just absolutely crippled the 4GRANTED attack on the mid side. Robbie's going to finish off the round, taking out Switcher. 2 more rounds, we'll see Redbyte win. And a pretty comfortable one at that.
Yeah, 7-11 will be the one that we're going to be writing down for this one.
Brilliant start here from 4GRANTED. Rebirth and Madara both getting opening nade frags. It seems that they've found out where to actually throw those little explosive packages. Rebirth stuck in mid at the moment behind red container. Roy is taking out Madara. And then Switcher bringing up 2s. He takes out Royers and Robbie. Last man standing is Sander. He is front. He takes out Joe. He sprays through the fence. Oh, comes in from the side, getting some extra tags. Switcher with another one for the round. And seems to be paying off. Their individual scores are okay. Madara's yet to break the double digits, while everyone else on the server has got, you know, 13 plus frags. And Sander on 22 at the moment.
But so many people were saying Madara is going to be awesome on this map. Spectate him all the time. And around 19 rounds in, he's only got 8 frags total. Wop wop. Rebirth in the meantime, SMGing up. Managed to pick himself one up on Barcha. The team for Granted still having the bomb, still trying to figure out where they're going to go. They have the opportunity to go towards B. There's only one defender there with 2 on A. But I am under the impression that Redbyte are once again trying to be very aggressive there. Rebirth being picked off. Getting tagged up slightly. And still trying to hold his ground. Switcher, again, you mentioned it before, and it's happening again. The 4GRANTED teams seem to be locked into their spawn.
Yeah, I mean, in Switcher we still have Albin. Rebirth still trying to get in front of Joe. He's still at MG. It's just not working out well. I mean, Roy has died that round in MG alley, and he's on defense. Now, if you're dying in MG alley on defense, you know, then you know you have map control being able to push up that far. Rebirth taking out Robbie in that slow play might pay off this round for 4GRANTED. They've only got one more to find. That is Sander. He has made some noise in mid. Have they spotted him? Yes, they have.
They know he's by the red container. Just holding back. Where is the bomb? The bomb is he's going to get picked off. It's 9-11. Right now, the 4GRANTED team are slowly but steadily inching towards the score of Redbyte very, very shortly. 9-11 currently. Redbyte need to start doing something very, very quickly.
I'm quite curious to hear how the WinFact KTM game is going, because it definitely can't be as exciting as this one.
No.
4GRANTED bringing this one back. Danny taking up Madara down to a 4-on-4. I mean, only two people dead after nearly 40 seconds into the round. It's really a slow game here. Barch is going to make his way towards Radhole, see if he can peek himself up into mid. Oxy getting tagged, he's going to run away. He is in that mid house. Barch is pushing up, has actually killed off Oxy. I don't know if he noticed that that might be the bomb below him. Oh no, it's not. As I get that one wrong, Joe, he actually has the bomb with him. Now, if 4GRANTED win this round, we'll put them on map point. And of course, one step closer to getting some more points in the group stages.
9-11 right now in points. If Redbyte pick up this round, then they're really looking extremely strong. Getting themselves match points. Joey, once again, still having himself the bomb. Rebirth just outside of A site. Who is sitting inside A site itself? Is it going to be? Yes, it's going to be Sander / Fatal. Probably Sander. All he's got to do is shoot right now, and somebody's just about to pop up the stairs. Yeah, that would be the one. Picks up Joey, and is this going to be Rebirth last man standing? He's going to get picked up as well. We got ourselves a match point. It is 12-9 in favor of Redbyte.nl.
12-9, and Sander on a ridiculous 24 frags. That's really a score to be boasting about. Robbie's picked the scope here on defense. He's going to be scoping up towards that L-bend, trying to catch off anyone that's moving in that L-bend. Won't do so. Danny moves in with the shotgun, takes out Oxy. Sander with an SMG onto Switcher, and now frags are fighting back. 4GRANTED taking out 2 of Redbyte on their own. Robbie and Danny both dropping down. And again, we'll see... Oh, we actually see 4GRANTED having pushed into that A site. Madara drops down to a 2-1-3. Barge is still on that A side. Bomb's going to go down. Rebirth peeks lower A. Actually finishes off Barge. Down to a 2-1-2. Although to get that bomb down anytime soon. Sander hasn't been spotted. He should be able to kill the bomb plants any second. Yes, he does. Takes out Johi. Rebirth, your last man for the round. Oh, Sander finishes him off as well. 13-9 is your scoreline, and now a win in favor of Redbyte, but brilliant play from 4GRANTED to take 9 rounds off those guys.
Yeah, absolutely astounding play from them as well. We're going to get ready here on Backlog. Backlog, yeah, 4GRANTED. I did not expect them to perform like they did in the first half. Getting themselves 6-6. I have seen these players play before in RL, and you know what? They have improved a big amount since the last time I've seen them, and it's good to see that a team like that comes out of the lower regions, coming out of an E-Series from a couple months back, and now managing to actually hold their ground versus Redbyte, a team that they historically have had some issues with. In the end, though, did manage to drop 9-13, but at least it was not 1-13 or 2-13 like they would have done so a couple months back. So, sure, they may have not won the match, but there is progress for these guys.
I apologize to interrupt you here, but I just want to bring this up. You mentioned 13 too. Now, WinFact beat KTM 13-2.
Mm-hmm. Just now.
Imagine we actually spec that match now.
Yeah, that would have been, yeah. Let's...
Slight bit of ownage.
Yeah, quite. That's not something that we want to watch, to say the least. We're going to get ready for the next round. We have the potential of picking up WinFact versus Druids, Elysium Vengers versus 4GRANTED, or Redbyte versus KTM. It's your call.
Oh, let's do the KTM match.
The KTM match, give them some coverage.
Give them some coverage, especially after a 13-2 loss, I think.
They're gonna be in a bad position psychologically, to be honest. There's just that's like being slapped in the face of right there with a shovel.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Pretty much.
It's no good way to be in the groups.
They have, however, come to this LAN, and they do deserve to get the coverage because, well, everybody that comes to LAN deserves to get their faces at least covered once. Wow, that sounded very, very wrong. We'll be right back with you here on the stream. My name is Aspec here, joined by none other than Menace. You're watching Chaos TV, made possible by Medion. We're going to continue on for round number 4 for the Call of Duty 4 Masters, hosted by Adroits. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you.
You'll see the line that's drawn between good and bad. See the blind man shooting at the world, bullets flying, taking hold. If
the mission, soldier. It's all up to you now.
Con 1.
Soldier, get it done. You are all that's left.
The time is now. The clock is ticking. We need quality time.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
No time.